We went to the rally last week. You know what? Let me just show you what happened. What is rallying? Rallying is a motorsport event, that involves a driver and a co-driver in a car battling it out against other teams. But in this one, you're not going side by side, battling, overtaking. No. In this one, it is the drivers and their car against the elements, and racing against time. You're competing against time. You're not competing. Yes, you're competing against other people, but mostly your biggest competitor is time. The person who does a stage in the shortest time possible wins. Okay? Now, WRC is the World Rally Championship. It is governed by the FIA, which basically organizes and oversees the championships across 12 rallies. Now, these 12 rallies happen in 4 continents and 13 countries. Okay? Safari Rally is the rally that happens in Kenya. If a rally happens in Estonia, in Poland, in Belgium, Germany, it is not called Safari Rally. Safari Rally ni yetu. The Safari Rally happens, I think, throughout the year, but you can check the Safari Rally calendar for that. What happens in June is the WRC Safari Rally, and that happens in Naivasha. So if you want to enjoy it, you have to drive down to Naivasha. Last week, we were there. I was staying at a place called Pink Lakeman on Lake Elementaita. And the reason why I chose that place is because it is near one of the stages of the rally championship. Now, you can stay in Naivasha town, which is better, I guess, because it is near 2 of the stages. But I wanted something more removed, and I was also trying to do it as a kind of travel getaway thing. And the cottage in Elementaita called Pink Lakeman, run by a man called Mashare. That place is amazing. It is a cabin, a wooden cabin. It has like dogs around, and Lake Elementaita is just like down over there, So when I got the opportunity to go back to the rally this year, man, that was my number 1 choice. I mean, who would refuse something like this? This year, I was going down to Naivasha courtesy of Safaricom. They sponsored 4 drivers to take part in the WRC Safari Rally. These drivers are Makray Kimathi, Jeremiah Wahome, Hamza Anwar, and Maxine Wahome. Maxine is the only female driver on the grid, so that was incredible, that we are breaking those glass ceilings and everything. So you'd say that there are 5 stages in the rally, but really the main one are 3. The other 2 are not really competing. If you want to experience all the action that WRC provides when it happens in Kenya, you have to start on Wednesday. Now, Wednesday is shakedown day. Shakedown is when they get ready. They get to test their cars. Understand this. When these guys are coming in from Europe and competing in Europe and other parts of the world, their cars are modified to compete on those roads and on those conditions. Now, when they're coming to the Safari Rally, they have to change their cars completely. And those modifications are made. For instance, Maxine was driving a whole different car last year and has been racing on a whole different car, Subaru. And then this year, she got the Ford. It's a Ford Fiesta, right? And everything about that car is different from the one that she's used to racing. So you have to go through shakedown, get acquainted with the car, you get, like, it's like a warm-up, so to speak.
Yesterday we had shakedown as well, just to shake down the car, see that everything is working as it is. It's just like a precautionary checks. The car is turning fine, the springs are working fine, which was good. I was happy with it.
Thursday is when flag off happens at KICC. Yeah, they leave the shakedown on Wednesday in Naivasha. They drive all the way back to Nairobi for the flag off at KICC. by Uhuru Kenyatta. By the way, Uhuru Kenyatta is the patron for Safari Rally in Kenya, just so you know. So he flags off the drivers at KICC and they go to Kasarani to compete. You know, it's kind of like a showcase of what is going to happen. Now, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, now those are the days when they compete, okay? That is now when points are awarded and collected and penalties are awarded and collected. So the first one is Kedong Ranch. Kedong Ranch is where it happened last year and also this year. Then the second one on Saturday is Soisambu Conservancy, okay? And then on Sunday, the race at Hell's Gate National Park. Safari Rally is the most difficult rally ever. They all confess it. In Europe, sometimes they race on ice, yes. Sometimes they race on tarmac, but in Kenya, racing in Kenya, the Safari Rally stage is so difficult. Look at this car. This car came in, it was new, okay? Now look at the windscreen, look at the tires up even mbele, zote zimeharibika, man. And he has to go back to compete in Belgium this coming week. Now when I'm shooting this video, they are still competing because the Safari Rally is not the last rally. They still have to go back in Europe, get their cars fixed and go back. My friend, part of the things that make the Safari Rally difficult, above and beyond the terrain is rough, yeah? There's this thing called fesh. If you watch any video or you see any photo from the rally, you will see a lot of dust up in the air. That's fesh. And they get caught up in it. You know, sometimes they get so caught up in it, you can't see anything. And those images, you cannot get them in any other rally other than the Safari Rally. Try driving there as a normal person, and you will see what it is like for the drivers who are now competing and racing. Sometimes they get stuck. When I went to shoot the rally, my camera gear, my choice was very simple. I had my Sony camera, which I'm using to record this, so I can't show you. And then I had my 100 to 400 millimeter Sigma lens. Okay, so that's what I was primarily shooting on. I'm going to go to the rally. This was my camera when I went to the rally, and I took a picture, posted online. After shooting the first day after shooting the shakedown at Loldia Farm, this is what my camera looked like. And if you think this is bad, let me show you Moab's camera. Bro, look at, I don't know if you can even spot the camera. Naivasha is a unique kind of fun, okay? It's not the coastal fun where you just go sit, enjoy the sunset, and you know. This is a fun that comes in enduring difficulties. So imagine waking up at 4 and that is supposed to be fun, okay? 4 a.m. means it is very cold in the morning, freezing. And then later on the sun comes out and it gets hot, hot like a heater, like a bomb. After all that, then you have to now deal with the dust. Part of the fun is in consumption of dust. So you have to come with a mask. If you don't come with a mask, just know you're going to be in for some problem. Utatoka na homa, at the very least. Some people don't even come to watch the rally. The rally has become a culture by itself, so that you're not even really going to watch the cars racing. You're just coming to have fun with your people. Mnakuja mnaeka hapo hizo matandarua za magari hapo hivyo, mnapika. You know, you have your drinks and you just have a lot of fun. And then in the evening, there is events happening, concerts happening every night. So it's almost like Naivasha does not sleep when WRC is happening. But for me, of course, man, you see, when you have woken up very early and you've shot in that heat, cold and dust, man, ilikuwa inafika jioni. For me, I just wanted to go home. I just wanted to go back to the lake, you know, watch the sunset, have a walk down, have fun with the dogs, akina Biggie, chocolates, ice. I mean, for me, that's my kind of fun. I went down with my partner, my girlfriend, my fiancé. Anyway, I went down with her. And, you know, for her, she was expecting to see cars overtaking each other, you know, that kind of thing. And I was like, no, that's not what happens. What happens is that you're on a stage, you compete twice a day, like I said before, and you collect points. You're supposed to be at a certain checkpoint By a certain time, if you're not, you get penalized. The person with the fastest typically wins. So the person who crosses the finishing line first is not the person who necessarily wins. Every day they're rallying twice. So on Friday at Kedong, asubuhi na after wana race. Saturday, Sunday, the same thing. By the time we get to Sunday evening, now the finishing stage happens up Hell's Gate, next to a place called the Fisher's Tower. Okay, so they put up the finishing place to overlook Longonot. It's actually quite beautiful and think about it. When they're done, it's just a sigh of relief, like, we did it, right? Yeah, and this year, something beautiful happened. Maxine Wahome won in her category. She was one of the Team Safaricom drivers. And that was actually very beautiful because, you see, she was the only female driver, number one. And then she comes on to win in her category. It's beautiful. Safaricom even awarded her 1 million Kenyan shillings. So Maxime, ile namba yangu yenye nilikupea bado inafanya kazi. Unaweza katuma kakitu. After Maxine won, do you know who posted her win on their Instagram? Lewis Hamilton. I mean, listen, that is the GOAT of motorsport racing. Yeah, and also, by the way, Safaricom decided that they would also sponsor all the 4 drivers to go to watch the rally in Greece. How beautiful is that? Because I've been to Greece and that place is gorgeous. I even envy them, man. Safaricom. See, you need someone to go document it, Ama. Anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. If you stayed throughout the video, I mean, that's amazing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next rally.